James, after I guess the short season you had last year, one shift, how did it feel that your players kind of gave you the nod as one of the alternates?
Yeah, obviously it wasn't a typical season for the your standard student athlete, but to only play one game and be honored with a letter this year, and I was just very honored, very humbled about the whole experience, and got to thank my teammates for it.
James, how tough was the last season for you and having to watch the sidelines?
Yeah, it wasn't easy, to say the least. But with any injury, I think you have to take the positive out of it. A couple positives. I was able to be a normal student last year. I had a lot more free time. I definitely took advantage of in the academic department. I had a couple great semesters. And hockey-wise, I mean, it gave me an opportunity to, I guess, in a way, almost be a cheerleader for the team. You know, I was able to sit up in the stands and watch every game and be able to take mental notes, and not only for myself but for my teammates, and help them out. So I think with any injury, you just need to take the positives out of it.
David, what is it about watching a guy go through an injury recovery that players who are playing seem to respect? Because it seems like any sport, when you have a guy that's out for a year that goes through the recovery process, they come out the other end with everybody really having their back.
Yeah, Jimmy did a great job last year. He was always very positive in the locker room. He was always supportive, you know, through the ups and downs of the season, and I think that's a big reason why, you know, we voted him as an assistant captain.
And what was it like for you when you got the nod? Because obviously this is not your first rodeo, and there's a lot of guys on this team that seem to kind of fill that role. So to get the seat for you, what is that like?
Yeah, it's a privilege. It's an honor. I'm very excited. I'm humbled. You know, a little bit more pressure, but I think, you know, I speak for all three of us up here. We couldn't be more proud to represent this great program.
David, you played under three captains now with Tommy, Patrick, and David Goodwin last year. So what kind of qualities have you learned from them that you can use in the captain this year?
Yeah, I mean, each of us, you know, are a little bit different, but I've learned, you know, I've learned a lot from each of them. You know, but they all carried themselves in such a professional way. They were just always the guys that the team would look to, and they always led by example. So I'm going to try to just take a little mixture of each three of them, and you know, kind of put my own twist on it, and you know, hopefully the guys will follow.
Ricky, obviously you've been around for a long time too. So what was it like to pick up, an alternate?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big honor just to be voted by your teammates. It's just knowing that they trust you and look up to you. And just speaking for all three of us, I think we're just excited to get the season going and just kind of lead by example on the ice, in the locker room, off the ice, everything we do, really.
Ricky, how different have practices, your captain's practices, been this fall so far with so many new faces out there?
Yeah, there is a lot of new guys. I'm sure you guys will meet some of the new guys at a later date, but it's just been a more learning experience. The past few years, we've obviously had a fair amount of more returners. So this year, we got so many new faces in, but the guys we got in are so smart and so intelligent hockey-wise, and they seem to pick up things so quick that it's actually gone so well. Everybody seems to be clicking on the ice in the locker room, which makes our job really easy as far as, you know, trying to go plan a practice and get everybody on the same page.
David, do you have to work at the C not changing the way you play on the ice?
Well, we haven't really had any games yet, Mr. King, but we, you know, it's something I've thought about. You know, I'm just, you know, like you said, I'm trying to just be the same, you know, same person, same player I've been the last 3 years. That's why I was voted the captain by my peers and the coaches. But I'm trying to just do a better job of being more patient and listening to guys before I, you know, make any changes, make any decisions, stuff like that.
Is there a balance a bit not to change too much? Because you've always been a pretty lighthearted, funny kind of guy, and the captain's, to a certain extent, doesn't always seem to have those qualities, but everybody obviously likes you. So
Yeah. You know, it's nice, you know, every once in a while, you know, as the captains, we have to lay the hammer down. And that's why I have my buddy Rick DeRosa here to take care of that stuff, so.
Any further? James, what exactly was your injury and what was and surgery and so on? What was the process?
I broke my collarbone, and I had surgery, and everything went really well after that. So
What are some of the qualities you've seen from the incoming freshmen and any particular takeaway from the group?
They're all really fast. I'll tell you that. They just seem to be very far along, developed in their hockey senses. They just all seem to be, you know, grasping our systems very well, very quick. All of them work extremely hard. I think they fit, you know, the Penn State program with work ethic and commitment wise. If you guys want to touch on.
Yeah, I would just add that I think this group of freshmen, they're all extremely committed to the game and to our style of play. I think that'll be really advantageous, to use the Coach Godowski word. And yeah, I think they're going to fit in really nicely.
yeah, I think one thing about them is they're maybe a little younger age-wise than we've had in the past couple of years, our classes, but you wouldn't know it looking at them on the ice or as a person. They're all very mature people, and they fit in very well.
It's well for you guys, but last year toward the end of the season especially, there was sort of concern with lack of depth because of injuries, which can't really control. So having these guys coming in now as depth options, at least for now, how does that give you sort of a peace of mind that, okay, if someone goes down, we have someone step in right away?
You know, yeah, you're right. It's a lot different in practice. You know, there were games last year we were dressing 10 forwards, and now you look at the board before practice and you got 5+ lines of forwards. So I think it's been great for the internal competition, but it also, at the same time, we know that if there's injuries or, you know, guys aren't playing well, it'll just kind of be next man up, and we feel confident in really all, I don't know how many forwards we have, 16?
I think
16, 15.
You said they're fast. I'm assuming Pavlychev does not have Eric Scheidt's speed, but what is it like to have a guy that's 6'7"?
He's actually a really good skater.
Yeah, you'll be very surprised. I know the first take you hear 6'7", huge guy, probably slow. He's actually very fast.
Yeah.
Great on his edges, works on it all the time. Huge stick.
Yeah.
Really fun to play with. He's a very smart hockey player. I know myself, I'm excited to play with him. As far as depth-wise, it's extremely nice in case, you know, someone goes down with an injury. Also, it's just guys pushing each other in practice, which makes practice that much better, so everybody's getting better at the end of the day.
Have you ever played on a team with a forward that's 5'8" and a forward that's 6'7"? Because Liam is not tall.
I don't think I've ever played on a team with a forward that's 6'7".
Any more questions for the captains? All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.